Dance the rock, 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 shadooby-doo, rock and roll, come on.
Hello everyone and welcome back. After a pretty long hiatus, we're going to get started on some new stuff. We're also going to be trying to fix up some old stuff, and we're going to get started with this. This is a 1953 Chevy Fleetside. You'll notice that it doesn't quite match what's on the thumbnail. And there's a good reason for that. When I figure out what that reason is, I'll tell you. Alright, in point of fact, I picked the wrong car. I ordered the wrong car, and in turn I started on the wrong car. In my defense though, well, I don't really have a defense. I just screwed up. I didn't catch my error until I was about, 5 hours into the job. Don't worry, you're only going to have to wait about a minute and a half before I realize it. That's alright. Everybody's human, even me. My daughter, who's sitting behind me during my ADR, is probably thinking I'm more human than most.
It was at this moment he knew. He f***ed up.
Alrighty folks, welcome back. After a long hiatus, we're ready to get started on some new stuff. We're also going to be finishing up some old stuff, and does anybody believe in deja vu? This all sounds really familiar. No time to worry about all that. Let's get started on this beautiful 51 Chevy for Jamie from Rusted Metal Garage. My error in picking the wrong car first, it kind of screwed me up a little bit, but it's not the only error you're going to see in this video. Well, now that we have the correct body for the build, what do we have to do? Well, if you've been a fan of the channel for any length of time, you already know the process. If you haven't been a fan of the channel, well, just keep watching and like and subscribe and all that other stuff that helps the algorithm. In the meantime, I'm going to start working on this hood, and hopefully by the time it comes out of the goo, the hood will be ready to be rejoined with the body. My grandmother would say hoping in one hand and doing something else in the other would be worth about the same. I probably should have listened. Regardless, I'm going to try to file these louvers off of the hood and do it the easy way. Of course, we all know the easy way is rarely ever easy. I think it might be time for some new goo. This is getting a little thick. You're going to see right here that my aged goo is just not cutting it. It might be time for a trip to Lowe's. Yeah, I think it's pretty much a certainty that it's going to have to go through it again, so here we go. Yeah, the second time was definitely the charm for this one. I'll get the body smoothed out and polished up and then throw it into primer. After that, we'll get it into that beautiful rose gold paint. It was about this time that I finally got the photo from Jamie for the front of the card. Now, I did know that it didn't have any louvers on the hood, but what I didn't notice before was that it doesn't have any trim on the car either. So you've just watched me paint the body for no reason. I know, it's like I'm teasing you. Now right here I'm trying to see if the paint will fill in the gaps between the louvers, but it's doubtful. I think in the end I'm just going to have to get in there with some body filler and sand it down. I'm not sure what happened to the roof of the car right here, but something did. I do, however, know what happened right here. Alrighty, so after my tumble, I put some body filler on the hood and let it dry. I sanded it down a little bit, but I'm not hopeful that the paint's really gonna matter that much. Yeah, that one's just going to have to be redone. That big gap in the middle of the hood is just not good enough. So, to fix the hood, I'm going to take it back apart, sand the hood down again, and put more body filler in it. In the end, it may make the hood look like it's a little too tall, but it'll barely be noticeable as long as it's smooth. Damn it, it's still there. Who'd have known working on Chevrolets would be this tough? Also, you can kind of see right here on the edge that the body filler isn't very smooth at all, so I'm going to have to correct that as well. I think you've seen enough of my screw-ups. What do you say we look at something that looks right, like the tires? Yeah, that's pretty good for 1/64 scale. Oh, and the hood is good too, except for that one piece of trim right there. That's definitely got to come off, but we're getting close. Maybe I just need something with a bit more bite. Yeah, that's not really doing it either. Maybe my paddle wheel? I don't know. Regardless, let's get it under some new paint and see if we fixed it. While that's drying, we can take care of this piece of trim that does not exist on the real car. You can see I've already started on this side. Remember how I said that I didn't screw up just once on this build? This is going to take a lot of sanding. That's okay though, because when it gets to Jamie, I'd like it to be right. As you can tell by this photo of the real car, that trim's got to go. And it's time to open up all the bags of tricks. I've been doing die-cast modifications on and off now for about 4 years, and I have never had as much trouble with a piece of trim on a car as I have with this one. In point of fact, after this, the rest of the build went off without a hitch. I passed the build off to Foggy for the final details, but I have a few people that I need to thank first, so before the glamour shots, check this out for me.
Let's rock. Dance the rock, 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 shadooby-doo, rock and roll, come on. Well, tonight's the night we're gonna dance a little rock and roll, rock and roll. Tonight's the night we're gonna blow the speakers out. Boop, boop, I want y'all to do the twist. Come on, I want y'all to do the twist. That's right. Come on, rock, 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 shadooby, rock and roll. Yeah, yeah. All the bad girls and the greaser boys in the house. Bobby Soxers and the Teddy boys rock and roll. All the rockabilly girls, I want you on the dance floor now. Let me tell you why, 'cause tonight's the night we're gonna twist the whole town round. Wow, wop, bop, bop. Show some love for the cool cats in the scene.